Climate and rivers of Karnataka. Karnataka state enjoys a fairly favorable and balanced climate and water resources as compared to many other states of India. In this essay, we will discuss about the types of climates in terms of temperature, humidity, rainfall, etc. We will also discuss at length the rivers of Karnataka, that is the major river systems, their tributaries, catchment areas. This way, we will get introduced to the impact of these natural elements on the life of people of Karnataka. The state enjoys three main types of climates, that is summer, winter and rainy season or the monsoon climate. For meteorological purposes, the state has been divided into three subdivisions, namely the coastal Karnataka, that is Dakshina Kannada, Udupi, Uttara Kannada districts. B. North interior Karnataka, that is Belagavi, Bidar, Vijayapura, Bagalkot, Dharwad, Gadag, Haveri, Kalburgi, Yadgir, Raichur and Koppal districts. And third is South Interior Karnataka, that is the remaining districts of Bangalore, rural, Bangalore, urban, Ballari, Chikmagaluru, Chitradurga, Davangere, Kodagu, Hasana, Kolar, Mysore, Chamarajanagar, Mandya, Shumagga and Tumkuru districts. The tropical monsoon climate. It covers the entire coastal belt and adjoining areas. The climate in this region is typically hot with excessive rainfall during the monsoon season, that is June to September. The southern half of the state experiences hot, seasonally dry, tropical savanna climate, while most of the northern half experiences hot, semi-arid, tropical or steppe type of climate. The climate of the state varies with the seasons. The winter season is from January to February, is followed by summer season from March to May, and the period of October to December forms the post-monsoon season. The period from October to March, which covers the post-monsoon and winter season, is generally pleasant over the entire state, except during a few spells of rain associated with northeast monsoon, which basically affects the southeastern parts of state during October to December. The months of April and May are hot, very dry and generally uncomfortable. Weather tends to be oppressive during June due to high humidity and also the high temperature. The next 3 months, July, August and September, are somewhat comfortable due to reduced day temperature, although humidities continue to be very high. Now, temperature during both day and night are more or less uniform over the state, except at the coastal region and high elevated plateaus. They generally decrease southwestwards over the state due to higher elevation and attain lower values at high level stations. April and May are the hottest months, as said before. In May, mean maximum temperature can shoot up to 40 degrees centigrade over the northeast corner of the state, decreasing southwards towards the Western Ghat region and the coastal belt. The highest temperature recorded at an individual station in the state is 45.6 degrees centigrade at Raichur. December and January are the coldest months here. The lowest temperature at an individual station was 2.8 degrees centigrade at Bidar. Now we come to rainfall. The annual rainfall in the state varies roughly 50 to 350 centimeters. You can see the accompanying map of Karnataka showing the various rainfall conditions. The districts of Vijayapura, Bagalkot, Raichur, Koppala, Bellary, Yadgir and southern half of Kalburgi, the rainfall is lowest, varying from 50 to 60 centimeters. The rainfall increases significantly in the western part of the state and reaches its maximum over the coastal belt. The southwest monsoon is the principal rainy season during which the state receives 80% of its rainfall. Rainfall in the winter season, that is January to February, is less than 1% of the annual total. In the hot weather season, that is March to May, it is about 7%, and in the post-monsoon season, it is about 12%. Southwest monsoon normally sets in over the extreme southern parts of the state by about the first week of June, and covers the entire state by about 10th of June. The rainy months July and August account individually to about 30% and 18% of the annual rainfall respectively. There are about 26 rainy days with a daily rainfall of at least 2.5 millimeters in coastal Karnataka and 8 to 11 days in interior Karnataka in each of these months, according to the meteorology department. The withdrawal of the west monsoon begins from the northern parts of the state, that is around the second week of October, and by 15th October the monsoon would have been withdrawn from the entire state. The retreating monsoon, the northeast monsoon, October to December, affects the eastern part of the southern interior Karnataka, and it accounts fairly about 30% of the rainfall in this region during the above period. Out of the 14 heavy rainfall stations in India, with the annual rainfall of more than 500 centimeters, 4 stations are located in Karnataka. They are Agumbe in Tirthahalli Taluka of Shimoga district, where annual rainfall is 828 centimeters, and Bhagamandala is 603 centimeters, that is in Kodagu district, and Pullingoth, that is 594 centimeters, and Makut 505 centimeters in Kodagu district. Now, Agumbe can be called as the Cherrapunji of southern India. By the way, it is also known for its natural beauty. Now we come to the rivers of Karnataka. This will deal at a great length. There are 7 river systems in Karnataka, and their tributaries, and they drain the entire state. The names of these river systems and area drained by them are in the chart. They also show the percentage coverage of the catchment areas. Now, Krishna river system. We'll start with the Krishna river system. The river Krishna is an interstate river in southern India, and it has a significant presence in Karnataka. It is the second largest river in peninsular India. It rises in the Western Ghats at an altitude of 1337 meters, that is near Mahabaleshwara in Maharashtra state. It flows across the whole width of peninsula from west to east for a length of 1400 kilometers through Maharashtra, Karnataka, and also Andhra Pradesh. In the accompanying chart, you can see the catchment area, and Karnataka has nearly half of the total catchment area, and the rest is in Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh. The entire catchment area of Krishna Basin is 2.6 lakhs, nearly 2.6 lakhs square kilometers, and it includes the other basin states, and their catchment area are indicated in the chart. Now, the principal tributaries of Krishna river in Karnataka are Ghataprabha, Malaprabha, Bhima, and Tungabhadra. All these rivers, except the Malaprabha river, have their catchment area both in Maharashtra, Karnataka and Maharashtra. Their details are also there. You can see Ghataprabha. It originates in Western Ghat, and its main territories are Hiranyakeshi, Markandeya, and it covers both Maharashtra and Karnataka. Malaprabha, of course, flows only in Karnataka. It originates in Western Ghats, and its main sub-tributaries are Bennihalla, Hirehalla, and Tasnadi. Bhima river originates in Western Ghats, and it combines with the waters of Mula and Mutha, God, Nira, and Sina rivers, and it flows in Maharashtra and Karnataka. Tungabhadra is another important tributary of Krishna, originating at Western Ghats, and it combines the waters of Tunga and Bhadra, Vardha, and Vedavati tributaries. It flows in Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Now we come to the next biggest river system, that is the Kaveri river system. The river Kaveri is again an interstate river in southern India. It is one of the major rivers of the peninsular India, flowing east and running into the Bay of Bengal. The Kaveri river rises at Talakaveri on the Brahmagiri range of hill in the Western Ghats, presently in the Coorg district of the state of Karnataka, and it is at elevation of 1341 meters above mean sea level. The catchment area of the entire Kaveri basin is huge, nearly 82,000 square kilometers. It includes the other basin states of Kaveri river system, and the drainage area are in the accompanying charts. The principal tributaries of Kaveri in Karnataka are the Harangi, Hemavati, Lakshmana Tirtha, Kabini, Shimsa, Arkavati, and Suvarnavati. All these rivers, except Kabini river, Arkavati river, and Suvarnavati river, rise and flow fully in Karnataka. Now we can see the entire tributary system of river Kaveri, which has 7 tributaries, and they originate basically in the Western Ghats, and as said before, most of the river systems are flowing only in Karnataka, except Kabini, Suvarnavati, and even Lakshmana Tirtha. They cover Tamil Nadu area as well. Even Arkavati also flows in Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Now we come to the Godavari river system. The river Godavari rises in the Nasik district of Maharashtra, that is about 80 kilometers from the shore of Arabian Sea at an elevation of 1067 meters, and it flows for nearly 1500 kilometers. In a general southeasterly direction through Maharashtra, it flows in Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra and Godavari, and it Godavari falls into the Bay of Bengal above Rajahmundry in Andhra Pradesh. The Godavari has a drainage area of 3.12 lakh square kilometers. It is a huge area. The principal tributaries of Godavari are Pravara, Purna, Manjra, Pranahita, Indravati and Sabri. And it covers 6 states: Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Orissa. The catchment area is also indicated in the slide here. West flowing river system. In this, you can see that Western Ghats provides principal geographical barrier in the path of Arabian Sea branch of the southwest monsoon, and that is why the rivers are flowing in the western coastal belt. The southwest monsoon season is the principal rainy season, and over 90% of the annual rainfall is realized in this period. The rivers in the Western Ghat region generally originate at an elevation ranging from 400 meters to 1600 meters above the mean sea level, and that is very close to the Western Ghats ridge. The Western Ghat rivers generally flow westward and meet the Arabian Sea at a short run, that is about 50 kilometers to 300 kilometers, unlike the east flowing rivers. The rivers, Western Ghat rivers, are very steep in the upper reaches and fairly steep in the middle reaches. It is only near the sea that they have a relatively flat gradient and some sort of a floodplain exists. The list of the west flowing rivers, their important tributaries, and the states through which these are flowing are given in the table accompanying this slide. There are number of free catchments between the identified river basins which have a small streams directly draining into the Arabian Sea. These free catchments are close to the sea and are at a lower elevation. Here is the chart of west flowing rivers. There are 9 of them, and their names are Mahadai or Mandavi, Kali Nadi, Gangavalli or Bedti river, Aghanashini or Tadri river, Sharavati, Chakranadi, Varahi or Haldi river, Netravati, and finally Barapod, that is Valapattam. Among these rivers, the catchment area of Bedti river, Netravati river, Sharavati are the big, and also Kali Nadi. They are the biggest ones. The origin and altitude length are all described in the chart, and most of them, as you can see, are flowing in Karnataka, except Mandavi, which covers Karnataka and Goa, and also Valapattanam, that covers Karnataka and Kerala. There are numerous west flowing rivers. As you can see, chief among which are just now described, they are Sharavati, Kali, Gangavali, and Aghanashini and the Netravati. They all rise in the western side of the Ghats and drain into the Arabian Sea through the various districts, through the districts of basically Uttara Kannada and Dakshina Kannada. The map is quite indicative of these features. A small part of the catchment area of these rivers, however, lies in Dharwad, Shivamogga, Chikkamangaluru, Hasana, Belagavi and Kodagu district also. The total catchment area of all west-flowing rivers is hardly 26,214 square kilometers, and their average annual flow is only 57.0 meters. The basin of these rivers comes under the direct influence of the southwest monsoon and receives a heavy and assured rainfall between June and August. Now we will study some of the important west-flowing rivers. Netravati. Netravati is the biggest river in Dakshina Kannada district with a total length of only 96 kilometers, and its catchment area is about 3.3 thousand square kilometers. Netravati takes its birth near Charmandi Range Hills or the Varaha Parvata, and it is supposed to have originated from the Netra or the eyes of Varaha, an avatara of Lord Vishnu. The main tributaries of Netravati are Neriya Hole, Kumaradhara, Beltangdi Hole and Shishala Hole. It joins the Arabian Sea in the vicinity of Mangaluru. Kali River. Kali River is a major west-flowing river taking its origin in the Western Ghats in Uttara Kannada district, and it has a fairly wide catchment area of 5,000 square kilometers. It joins the Arabian Sea at Karwar, and after it covers a total length of 184 kilometers. As the Kali River flows through the black rocks, the river appears black, and hence the name of Kali or the black is given to this river. The major tributaries of this river are Pandari, Tattihalla, Kaneri and Vaki. A gigantic hydroelectric complex is under construction on the river Kali and its tributaries, and you may have read the environmental controversies associated with this project. We come to river Sharavati. The river Sharavati takes its origin in the Western Ghats near Ambutirtha in Tirthahalli Taluk of Shivamogga district. This is supposed to have originated by hitting of the Lord Sri Rama's Shara, meaning arrow, hence the name Sharavati. Its length is about 120 kilometers only, and it has a drainage area of 2.7 thousand square kilometers. The unique feature of this Sharavati river is that it drops to a vertical fall of about 253 meters near a place called Jog, which is the world famous. The Sharavati hydroelectric power is located here, and it has the major contribution in the power generated in Karnataka. Sharavati joins the Arabian Sea at 1 hour in Uttara Kannada. Bidti River. The river Bidti, also known as Gangavali, in its lower reaches, takes its origin in the range hills around about Dharwad Hubli at an elevation of 700 meters above the mean sea level. The river has a length of about 161 kilometers and a drainage area of 4,400 square kilometers. It joins the Arabian Sea near Gangavali village in Ankola Taluk of Uttar Kannada district. The river drops with a clear fall of 137 meters near Magod, and it is popularly known as Magod Falls, and it covers a distance of 72 kilometers from the source. The river Mahadai. The river Mahadai takes its origin near Degaon village in Khanapur Taluk of Belagavi district. It is an interstate river flowing into Karnataka and then Goa. The length of the river in Karnataka is only 35 kilometers and in Goa it is 45 kilometers, total length being only 80 kilometers. The total catchment area is around 2000 square kilometers, and most of it lies in Goa and only about 455 square kilometers in Karnataka. The river joins the Arabian Sea near Panjim in Goa, where the river is known as Mandavi. The river Aganashini. The river Aganashini, meaning destroyer of sins, originates in a Sirsi Taluk of Uttar Kannada district and at an elevation of 732 meters above the mean sea level. It flows entirely in Karnataka state for a length of 121 kilometers and it joins Arabian Sea. The catchment area is around 1,500 square kilometers. The river Varahi. The river Varahi, also known as Haladi River in lower reaches, it takes its origin near Guddedakoppa in Hosanagara Taluk of Shivamogga districts at an altitude of 762 meters above the mean sea level. The bed level of the river suddenly drops and it cascades by 457 meters in a short distance, and it is famous for its fall, and the fall is known as Kunchakalla Falls. Kunchakalla Falls. The river joins the Arabian Sea near Kundapura in Dakshin Kannada district. The Barapol River. The Barapol is an interstate river flowing in Karnataka and Kerala, originating in the Western Ghats in Kodagu district. The name Barapola is derived from the word Bara, which means steep, and pole means the river. The river flows in the deep valleys, forming either side very steep, almost vertical precipice. The total length of this river is about 105 kilometers and it flows for 31 kilometers in Karnataka and the balance of 64 kilometers is in Kerala. The catchment area of the river is nearly 2000 square kilometers and most of it is in Karnataka. Most of it is in Kerala and only about 600 square kilometers is in Karnataka. The river Chakra. It is a west flowing river and it passes through Dakshina Kannada district and discharges into the Arabian Sea near Kundapur. The length of the river is 72 kilometers and the waters of this river are being diverted to Sharavati Valley for augmenting the inflow into Linganamakki Reservoir. In addition to the above main river basins, there are other independent catchment areas in the west flowing river system. They are a independent catchment between Sharavati and Chakra river. There are numbers of independent streams joining the Arabian Sea. Kolluru river, Ganti Hole, Venkatapura, Baindur Hole, Shankaragundi, Kumbara Hole and Edamamana Hole. They are the important streams in this reach. You can see the map. The entire catchment area of the streams in this reach lies in the state of Karnataka only. And there are independent catchment river systems of Varahi and Netravati that are between Varahi and Netravati. The independent catchment comprises of streams, and their name is Swarna, Sita Nadi, Mulki River, Pavanje, Nadisalu, Gurupura, Ennehole, and Madisalahole. The entire catchment of these streams coming in this reach lies in the state of Karnataka again. Third system of rivers is between Netravati and Chandragiri, that is Payaswani. The main streams draining are Chandragiri and Shirya rivers. The Chandragiri rises in the west of Markara and Coorg districts of Karnataka state at an elevation of about 600 meters. Payaswami river originates from Patti Ghats river reserve forest in Coorg district. These two rivers join together at Machipanna, about 15 kilometers upstream of their outfall, and they join into the Arabian Sea near Kasargod. They drain a catchment area of about 1,400 square kilometers, and most of it, about 836 kilometers, lies in Karnataka state, and the balance is in Kerala state. Now, groundwater resources are another important water resources for the state of Karnataka. Traditionally, the groundwater in the state had been exploited by open dug wells constructed in the weathered mantle, as can be seen in the accompanying diagram. After the first faster drilling rigs became available, bore wells have been drilled extensively, and they have been tapping the water stored in the rocks, fissures, and fractures. The water stored in the fractures and fissures ultimately come from the rainfall, which have filtered through the weathered mantle. The groundwater in the weathered mantle flows in the direction of the slope of the underlying fresh rock, and in the slope they accumulate. The groundwater tends to accumulate in the valley areas. If the rate of extraction exceeds recharge, naturally the groundwater is said to be mined. Mining cannot be sustained for a long time, as it is a limited one, and it can empty the groundwater store, as is well known. Now, in all India level, 4.4% of India's groundwater resources is supposed to be in Karnataka. The total annual recharge of groundwater estimated in the state is about 18 lakh hectare meters. The net annual utilization is estimated at 5.8 lakh. In the Malnad region, the annual recharge is estimated to be about 10% of the annual rainfall. In the region where the rainfall is less than 700 meters, the evaporation or evapotranspiration is also high, and the recharge is less than 5% for the rest of the state. The recharge is estimated to be 5% and 10%, that is for the rest of the state. As per minor irrigation census that was conducted in 86-87, there were more than 3.5 lakh open dug wells in the state. The depth to water level in these wells from the surface ranged between 2 to 3.5 meters in valley regions, and in some places the depth went down to 18 meters. A large majority of the wells do dry up in the summer, and nearly half of the open wells are in a poor state of maintenance. There are some figures available in the Gazetteer of Karnataka, and it is stated that nearly 39,000 shallow and 6,600 deep tube wells were existing in Karnataka. During the recent years, however, bore wells are increasingly coming into prominence. They are generally about 150 meters in diameter, and they are drilled to depth ranging from 30 to 60 meters, and in urban areas the depth has gone on increasing of lately. The average yield from these tube wells is supposed to be ranging from 60 to 80 liters per minute. In Kolar, Bagalkot, Vijaypura district, nearly all the available surplus ground water is supposed to have been exploited. During 93-94, it is stated that nearly 1.65 lakhs bore wells, 4.7 of these 4.7 were used for irrigation purpose, and 3.3 lakh wells were used for domestic purpose, and 74,000 wells were not put to use.